This meeting is being recorded so that if anyone needs to click their laptop, they can. Oh, what happened to... Piero, do you mind if I just make you co-host? I've taken, what's it called? Waiting room
Yeah,
off, but I
sure.
still saw that someone else was in a waiting room and I had to let them in. So I don't know if that was before I changed it. Anyway, if you could just keep your eye on that.
Okay.
I, if I disappear, to just pick up, but it'll all make sense. Cool. So let's get started. Sitting nice and comfortably in really whichever way works for you. And if you've got a towel, a blanket, a pillow that you like to sit on, do that. Feel that you can really get yourself settled today. Maybe close the eyes if that feels right. And notice your buttocks sinking down into the ground, the support beneath you. It's noticing that it is a nice, firm, solid base. There's stability there. And then from that lovely, stable base, allow your spine to lengthen. Easily, naturally, just like a little shoot, sending its shoot up towards the sky. Easily, without force, just gently growing taller and allowing the shoulders to soften and to release. Let your hands rest on your lap in a position and a mudra that comes easily. Feel the breath traveling in and out. So just connecting with that easeful natural rhythm. Noticing how on the inhalations there's a sensation of expansion. And on the exhalation there's a slight contraction, a returning to the center. Expanding into the fullness within you and around you, and then releasing into the softness deep within you. And then with that awareness, take 3 smooth breaths. If you feel that you want to chant the Oms, if you feel you want to say a mantra or an affirmation, you can do that. Or it's just quietly sitting there for 3 smooth breaths. No rush, no stress. Sinking into yourself. And maybe set an intention for the practice this evening. Be it something simple as opening into your heart space, be it an intention of something you want to achieve or maintain, an easeful yoga practice, better sleep. And allow that intention to sink deep within you, and then when you are ready, rub the palms of your hands together. Get your hands nice and warm. Cup them over your eyes. Take a deep breath in and out slowly. And again, rubbing the palms of your hands together, getting them really warm. And this time, as you cup them over your eyes, look into the darkness. Allow the warmth to penetrate your eyes, gently re-energizing them. Any stress, any tension that you may have drawn into yourself today, feel that you can release that from your eyes. And then blinking your eyes a few times as you move your hands away, giving ease to the light. Giving those hands a little shake. And now that we're nicely centered, let's begin with a few cat stretches here. So as you inhale, opening up your chest, allow the shoulders to gently move back and down. And as you exhale, round your spine, tuck under your chin, tuck under your tailbone. Inhaling as you rock forwards and you open up. Exhaling as you rock back. Keep going in your own time, moving to the rhythm of your breath, making the movement as deep and as strong as your spine needs this evening. And one last round. Inhaling, coming back up to neutral. Change the cross of your legs, so send the legs out, maybe give them a little bit of a shake, and then switch them over. Let's see how comfortable that feels. And then from here, let's circle. So keeping the torso upright, let's begin circling in one direction, feeling how you're able to lengthen and open up into the waist, sides of the body. There we go. And then circling the other way. Perfect. Back to the center. Inhale, reach the arms out. Allow the fingertips to rest onto the mat beside you. From here, on an exhalation, release your left ear to your left shoulder. Feel that the right side of the neck can open. Inhale back to the center. Let's do it twice more to that side. Tilting your head to the left. Inhale to the center. And again, tilt it to the left. Feel the stretch moving all the way down your neck, down through that right arm. Once more, this time when your head is over to the left, let it stay there. Soften into the jaw. Relax the tongue. Breathe gently down into that right arm. If it gets too much, you soften into that right hand. Breathing life and energy into that arm, getting the blood and lymph moving. Inhale back to the center. Notice how the right side feels compared to the left. And then without too much strain, as you exhale, tilt your right ear to your right shoulder. Allow the left side of your neck to open. The inhalation brings you back to neutral. Exhaling, tilting your head to the side. Super. One more round, and this time when your head is tilted to the right, let it stay there. Hold it and breathe down through the left side of your neck, down that left arm to the fingers. Again, if this side is a little tender, relax into that elbow, soften that arm. Don't take it further than is comfortable. Softening into the jaw. Inhaling back to the center. Release the arms, give them a little bit of a shake. Wiggle, wiggle. And then taking them out again, this time moving neck and working the eyes. So as you exhale, you're going to turn your head to look over your left shoulder, but you're going to peer your eyes to the right. So your head's moving to your left and the eyes are moving to the right. Inhale, eyes and head to the center. Same side. As you exhale, head moves to the left, eyes move to the right. Inhale, center. Once more, head to the left, eyes to the right, and this time let's stay here, hold it. Soften again through the jaw, relax the tongue. The head is turned and the eyes are still peering to the right. Eyes and head back to the center. Other side, when you're ready, turning your head to the right and your eyes to the left. Inhale back to the center. Can you make your head and your eyes do the opposite to each other? Inhaling center. Once more, head to the right, eyes to the left. Stay here, hold it. Allow those eyes to continue to peer to the left. Head stays to the right, chin stays parallel to the ground. And inhale back to the center, lovely. Move into shoulder circles straight away. Inhale, take the shoulders up and back. Exhale, down, around. Again, if you need to make it deeper or stronger, bring your fingertips onto your shoulders. See how those shoulders and arms are feeling. Gentle version or a stronger version. Are there any cracks and creaks in the shoulders tonight, or are they feeling quite smooth and soft? I'm actually feeling quite smooth for a change, which is a nice, nice change to the usual. Let's circle them the other way. Here we go. One last round. And release. Let's move into our hips. Extending the legs out in front. Give them a good shake. Let's start with the right leg. Bring the right foot on top of your left leg and start off by bouncing into that right hip. Working a little bit of life into it, seeing how much movement there is in that hip joint this evening. So not straining, not forcing, just keeping it soft. Noticing if it's quite happy to be moved, to be bouncing, just like a bouncing ball up and down. And then hold on to that leg and take it into a little bit of a circle. Circling into that right hip joint. Circles in one direction. If it felt fine going in one direction, try the other direction. If it doesn't feel comfortable, go back to the first direction. There we go. Flex that foot and bring that leg towards you. Noticing how it's saying good evening to you. And release. Hug that knee into your chest. Stretch that leg out. Just observe how that right hip feels compared to the left. And then we'll do the same thing on the left side. Let your left foot, it's just hanging over the right thigh. So the ankle bone isn't digging into the leg. It's literally just hanging off it. Ooh, and then giving this left leg a little bit of a bounce. And seeing how it feels compared to the other side. Maybe your left side is looser. Maybe it's like mine, a little a little temperamental this evening. Or maybe it feels exactly the same as your right side. Just gently working into it. There we go. Try and keep that foot relaxed. Not forcing, just allowing a little bit of a bounce, a little bit of life into it. Keeping it quite playful and easeful. And then from there, grab hold of the leg and let's take it into some hip circles. So the leg isn't doing the work, you're using the arms, there we go, to facilitate the movement. Allowing the arms to move the leg, circling it and that hip joint, and then circling it the other way. If it doesn't feel right this way or it felt better the other way, just return to what you were doing. There we go. And then you can flex the foot and just draw that leg towards you. Give it a good squeeze. And release, stretching that leg out. Super. Bring that left foot back up into your right inner thigh. Let's warm up into our hamstrings. If those legs are feeling tight, let's get a bit more flexibility and movement into the back of that right leg. So if you need some support underneath your left knee, you can place a pillow or a towel or something there. So if it's hanging off the ground like so. Just pop something underneath, grab a pillow off your bed if you're in your bedroom or the couch. You just want it to feel nicely supported so that you don't have to strain into that hip joint. Let's bring the fingertips alongside that right leg. Inhale, keep your spine nice and long, and as you exhale, you slowly walking your hands forward. Keep your foot straight ahead. So watch that it doesn't turn in or out. You can gently press into the ball of that foot. And then inhale as you walk the hands back up again. Exhaling as you bring yourself forwards. No straining, no forcing. Just to a point of kind of your maximum tonight. And inhaling back again. We'll do 2 more. Let's do a set of 4. Exhaling as you come forwards. Pause at the end of your exhalation and then inhaling, coming back up again. Last one. This time as you exhale and you walk forward, stay there. Place your hands wherever you feel comfortable. You can place them on your knee, on the sides of the right leg. You can grab hold of your foot if you can reach. Draw the chin into the throat, feel the back of the neck lengthening, and allow yourself to relax and to release into the posture with each exhalation. So wherever there's tightness, wherever there's kind of a sense of heaviness, take your breath to that point, to that position. And as you exhale, feel as if you can melt that strain, that stress, that tightness away. So you're inviting the tightness to soften and to release. No force, no strain. Just releasing. Letting go. And then placing the hands back onto the mat. Inhaling, coming back up. Slip the hands behind you. Open your chest. And release. Great. Stretch your left leg out. Again, observing how the back of the left leg feels to the right leg that has just been opened up. Maybe there's a bit of more life in that right leg. And then we'll bend that right knee. If you need a support for your leg, please slip a pillow or something underneath it. Hands come onto either side of that left leg. Inhale as you sit nice and tall. And exhale, begin to walk forward. After Parsvakonasana, your half-seated forward bend. Exhaling as you extend yourself forward. And inhaling as you come up. Making sure that that foot in front of you stays straight. So you don't want to roll it in or out. Keep it fairly active. Once more. And again, remembering that this time when you're forwards, you're staying there. Place your hands wherever it feels comfortable. Draw the chin into the throat so the back of the neck can lengthen a bit more. Inhale, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, feel that you can release it down through both sitting bones. Inhale, lengthen the spine a little bit more. Breathe down into your left leg. And as you exhale, feel as if your left leg can release down into the earth, ground. Now notice where there's a bit of tightness or resistance. That might be the back of that left leg. It might be in a hip. Maybe even somewhere in your back. Wherever that tightness or the resistance is this evening, breathe into it. Smooth, deep breaths into that space, that point. Use the exhalation to soften, to release, to let go. Lovely. And then when you're ready, release your hands. Walk your hands back up. Slip them behind you. Inhale, open your chest. And exhale, release. Shaking out both legs. Take a moment to observe And then bend both knees. We'll take it into a little bit of a balance. Stay on the buttocks. Let's slip the arms around the legs. You can hold onto your elbows or the sides of your arms. Legs are relaxed, feet are relaxed, spine is lengthened, shoulders are relaxed. And the only little bit of work is the hands holding onto your knees. Draw the chin into the throat, back of the neck long, spine long, bringing everything back into balance, back into alignment, symmetry. Super. And then from there, you're going to release the hands onto the mat, just a little behind you. You're going to release, or you're not going to release the feet, I lie. You're going to keep the feet, what is that, about 30 centimeters off the mat or so? We'll work with the abdominals a little bit to keep the chest lifted. And as you exhale, you're going to gently tap the right toes to the mat. Inhale, very, very slowly, bring that leg back with control. Left toes tap down to the mat. Inhale, back with control. Slowly tapping and back. And I'm going to continue staying here. Keep the spine long. If you find, for those who struggle with their lower backs, you can always do this lying down. So you can do this posture lying down and just slowly tapping. If your lower back is feeling all right this evening, you can stay up sitting. Try not to get to a point where you've got muscle fatigue. If it gets too much, then you pause, you break. You can always take it back into your little balancing ball. And then you can join again when you're ready. For those of us who can still keep going, just continue. Working with training and kind of developing those supporting abdominal muscles, supporting lower back muscles, core muscles. Maybe once more to each side or with each foot. And then release. To release, let's bring the soles of the feet together. Parsvakonasana, the cobbler. Flapping the knees up and down. And if those inner thighs are not awake yet, you can keep flapping. If you feel you need to be on a bit of a support, or my support isn't very, very supportive, but if you feel you need to sit on a blanket, you can do that. And if you feel that your legs are able to relax down onto the ground, you can draw yourself forwards into your cobbler. If your knees are still hovering quite far from the ground, just keep flapping them. So again, adapting and adjusting Parsvakonasana, the butterfly, to your current needs. Either sinking forwards and into your posture, holding it statically if your body allows, or you keep moving dynamically if there's a bit of tightness today. And let's release and bring the knees together. Give them a good squeeze. And then let's come onto all fours for our cat stretches. If you are comfortable enough to take your socks off, you may want to do so. You may want to have a soft pillow nearby or a folded up towel or blanket for the knees, because we're going to just be on them for a little while. We'll be moving dynamically, so if you are brave enough to lose a layer, you can do that. All right, so the knees are going to be underneath the hips, hip width apart. Hands underneath the shoulder, shoulder width apart. Fingers nice and widely spread. Parsvakonasana, cat stretch. Inhale as you open your chest, press down through the shins and the top of your feet. Exhale as you round your spine. Inhale as you hollow. Exhale as you round. Let's continue a few more. It should feel really comfortable on the spine and the back now with all those warm-ups. You can continue here, or if you're ready to add in a downward dog into your sequence, if your shoulders and your arms feel comfortable enough, you can do so. If you know that it's going to be uncomfortable for those shoulders, then you just transition into a child's pose between your cat stretches, just so that there's a little bit of a length and extension through the spine and the arms. So your choice, either working cat stretch to child's pose, or from your cat stretch, tuck under your toes and press up and back into Parsvakonasana. Inhaling down into your cat stretch. Exhale, round. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, pushing up and back. That's the one version, the one option. Inhale into a cat stretch. Exhale, round. Inhale, neutral. And then either push up into your downward dog, or you just press back into a child's pose where you're stretching out. Inhaling, cat stretch. Exhale, cat stretch. And if you feel you want to do both, a combination of both postures, you can do so. You can't really go wrong with these three. Inhaling, exhale into a cat stretch. Inhale, neutral cat stretch, and then exhale either a child's pose or a downward dog. Keep moving dynamically. Let the breath guide your movement. If you need a break or a rest, you can do so. I think you're all okay. You should all be fine. The next time you're in a child's pose or a downward facing dog, stay there and hold the posture just for 3 rounds of breathing. If you want to cycle those legs a little, you can do so. If you're in a child's pose and you want to go into Mandukasana, the frog, do that. Adapt, adjust, and refine it so that it feels comfortable for you. Relaxing the neck, the head, relax the jaw, the face. Again, absolutely no rush to complete your 3 breaths, but when you have, you can come down slowly and you can sit back into Virasana. And if you were in a child's pose, you can bring yourself up. Sitting nice and tall for a moment, adjusting, adapting. Lovely. When you're ready, release your wrists, your hands, maybe flicking them out, or flicking the fingers, shaking out the wrists. If you can flick out your wrists, good luck. So, we are staying on our knees. You can slip the pillow underneath your left knee, and you can take your right leg out. And you're going to today turn your right foot out to 90 degrees. So often we do Parigasana with the foot forwards. Today we're going to angle that foot out. And we're just doing this so that we can work into a little bit of a side lunge. So you're going to sink into a side lunge and inhaling back to neutral. So as you exhale, you sink into your side lunge. Watch that your knee doesn't go over your toes. And back to the center. See how that feels in that left hip. Once more. This time when you're here, stay here, hold it. Maybe release that right forearm onto your right leg. Inhale, reach that left arm up. Reach into the fingers and just gently taking it over. So you can feel you've got a lovely stretch from that left knee through to the hip, through to that armpit, through to your fingertips. So you're not collapsing down into yourself, you're not collapsing completely into your hips. There's an engagement, there's a holding, there's an activation in the legs. Pressing down through the right foot, down through the sole of the foot, and your left foot, you're pressing back and down into that leg as well. Grounding, active. Super. Now bend that elbow, slip your hand behind your head. So it's just resting on that occipital region. And you need to turn your head to look towards that left elbow. And then you need to turn your head to look down towards your right foot. And do that twice more. If it doesn't feel right for that left shoulder, then you just slip that hand behind your waist. And you do the same thing that way. Right, so see again what works for you. Release head to neutral. Reach into that arm. Inhaling, press yourself up. And then exhale, release. Bring that leg in. Give the knees a little bit of a rub. And then same thing other side. So we'll slip the support underneath that right knee. Turning your left foot this time out at 90 degrees to the side. And bring the hand to the waist. And as you exhale, sink into that lunge just so that you can feel the knee stays above the ankle. And then using the abdominals as you push down into that left foot to bring you back again. Exhaling, sinking into it. And inhaling back up. Super. There we go. If you feel you need to do a few more rounds dynamically, if there's still a little bit of tightness in that right groin, you can. Otherwise, this time you can stay in your lunge. You can release that left arm to just gently rest on that left leg. Right arm reaches up towards the ceiling, and then you're drawing that arm over. You're grounding down through the left foot, back down through that right foot. Both sides of the body are lengthening. Open chest. You might want to sink a little deeper into it. And then if it feels right for your arm, you can slip your hand behind your head. Otherwise, just take it behind your waist. And then turning your head to look towards that right elbow. And then down towards your left foot. And see if you can do that twice more. Moving the head smoothly and easily. Keeping the balance, bringing your head back to the center. Reaching into that arm. Press down through the feet. Inhale, coming all the way up. And exhale, release. Let's bring that left foot out in front of it. Tuck under your back toes. And bring yourself all the way up, standing, giving those legs a good shake. Okie dokes. Let's create a little bit of space. From here, strengthening into our legs. So that means a little bit of thigh work. We'll do a combination of Uttanasana and Utkatasana, one of my favorite standing sequences. So on the inhalation, reaching the arms forwards and up. Lengthen through the body. As you exhale, you're taking it into your Uttanasana, your forward bend, lengthening through the spine. Bend your knees if you need to keep that length through the spine. Bring the hands all the way down alongside your toes. So bend the knees as much as you need to. It really doesn't matter how much you bend your knees in your forward bend, because you're eventually going to bend the knees quite a lot to get that buttocks back, reaching the arms out in front and push down through the feet, coming all the way up. And exhale, arms out to the sides and down. If your arms are suffering today, shoulders are taking strain, you keep your hands on your hips. So inhaling, either hands on your hips or arms out in front of you and alongside the ears. Exhaling as you release into your forward bend. And bring your arms down alongside your toes, dropping the buttocks, inhaling, lifting your chest, lifting the spine, lifting the body, exhaling, releasing, and releasing the arms. So you've got your two options, either with the arms or without. On your exhalation, extending forwards and down. As you inhale, bending the knees, dropping the buttocks, coming all the way up, really strong thighs. Exhale, release the arms. Continue, keep moving. the rhythm of your breath. Slow, steady breath. Watch that the weight is evenly spread through the front and the back of your feet, that you're not taking too much weight into the heels as you lift up, and that you're not taking too much weight into the balls of your feet as you come forward. Can you keep an even distribution of weight through the front and the back of the feet as you come forwards and as you go back up again? We're doing just 2 more rounds dynamically. Inhaling as you lift. Exhaling as you bring yourself forwards. Smooth and easy. Last round, and this time when you're forwards, staying forwards, holding it there, and breathing into your forward bend. You may want to slip your fingers or your hands underneath your feet through the front. If you feel you want to stretch through the arms, you may want to hold onto the back of your legs and tuck your elbows together. Or you may just want to bind with your middle finger, index finger, and your thumb and lengthen through the back of the legs and the arms. So you can test all 3 of those, or actually any variation that you like, and see which one you feel like doing this evening. And you're going to hold it there for 3 rounds of breathing. Firm, steady and stable. What's quite nice is if you do choose to do the one where your hands are flat under your feet, is that you can really use your toes to gently massage into kind of the pads of your hands. It's quite a fun sensation. And it takes your mind off having to hold the posture. When you're ready, you're going to release. Utkatasana, your squat. Releasing the buttocks down. Inhaling as you reach forwards and up. And exhaling, floating the arms out to the sides and down. Great. All right, standing in Samasthiti, your pose of attention for a moment. Feet are about hip width apart, knees are a little soft, spine is long, and the shoulders are relaxed. Notice how everything's just slowly settling again. Blood flowing, breath settling, becoming easeful. Super. And then when you're ready, taking it into our next posture. So working into our main posture this evening, we're going to work into the side angle pose. We've worked nicely and opened up nicely into the hips. If you know that it's not for you, please do Vriksasana, any version of the tree posture this evening instead. If you feel you need to hold on to a door or a wall, you can do that. All right, but those who would like to do the side angle pose, let's take the legs nice and wide apart. And if you feel you've had enough of standing, you can always come lying and you can do your tree posture lying down as well. Right, so let's lift the toes and angle the right foot out to the right. And then lift your heel and angle that right heel back a little, so that it feels comfortable. Hips are nice and open, square to the long part of your mat. And on an exhalation, you're going to bend into your right knee, lunging and inhaling, coming back up again. So when you lunge, watch that you don't lunge forwards. You're going to keep your torso fairly stable and just bending that knee. So there's not much movement happening with the torso. It doesn't need to be a deep lunge. There we go. Once more. This time when you're in your lunge, stay there. Let's bring the right arm to rest very lightly onto the thigh, so you're not collapsing down onto it. It's there just as a bit of guidance. Feel how you're able to open through the left side of your body. Keep pressing down into that left foot. All right, so there's stability, there's groundedness through that left leg. Notice how that left buttock wants to engage. Holding you here, spread your right toes. Go down through that right foot. And if it's right for you, if it feels comfortable, you can inhale that left arm up. And if it feels even more comfortable, you can reach it over, reaching into the fingers. You can look up into that elbow, straight ahead or down at your foot. Slow, steady breaths here. And if you're feeling stable, if you're feeling comfortable, if you know that you're using your abdominals and your core to hold you here, you're going to reach your right arm forwards towards the screen, towards me, so that you really can prove to yourself that you're able to hold it here with the leg strength and your abdominal strength. Release that arm back again. Inhale, press down through the feet to lift yourself back up. Exhale, releasing the arms. Super. Turn the feet in, walk them in and out towards each other. Give them a little bit of a walk out, a shake out. Wiggle the buttocks maybe. And then we do the same thing other side. So legs come wide apart. Rotating, turning your left toes out. And maybe just angling that right heel back a little. We move dynamically, bending into that left knee. Inhale as we straighten. Or the opposite leg, doesn't really matter which side you're working on. There we go. Now as you do this, are you losing the integrity of the spine, and are you maybe trying to lunge down into it? Can you keep your torso quite long as you sink into it so that you can really feel the inner right thigh as well? When you feel that you're ready and comfortable, hold it here. Keep pressing through the outside of your right foot. Keep grounding down through your left leg. You can let that left arm rest onto the leg. Remember, you're using the abdominal and the core strength to hold you here. When you're ready, inhale, reach that right arm up and over. Adjust, adapt the position of the head to suit you. Now smile, hold, breathe. Watch that you don't get weak and soft here. You're still actively pressing down through the right foot, down through the left foot, lengthening through the sides of the body. If you feel strong and comfortable, reach that left arm towards me so that you can really prove to yourself that you're able to hold it here. Super. Releasing, ground down, inhaling, pivot yourself back up. Feet come towards each other, walking them in and out. There you go. If you feel you just need to be upright for a moment, stay upright. If you would like to, you can come into a floppy forward bend, soften the knees, tilt. You can release or roll down, slip the thumbs into your elbows and hang. Again, a nice symmetrical, neutral, fairly, well not quite neutral, you're in a forward bend, but a symmetrical posture, bringing your body back into alignment. Two or three more breaths here. And releasing your hands if you're in your forward bend, slowly uncurling. And all the way up. Looking up towards the ceiling for a moment, draining the sinuses. And release. Excellent, well done. Side angle pose. It's actually quite a fun, a lovely posture to be doing. So let's get right down onto our mats. If you want to, I've lost my socks. If you want to, put on your socks and your jerseys quickly before we go any further, you can do so. Unless you're somewhere where it's super hot and you don't need all these things. And we're going to take it into a little bit of pranayama, and then, we're just going to do a little bit of a cool down, then we'll do some pranayama and relaxation. So have all your relaxation goodies nearby, handy. We're going to do our breathing lying down. Have a blanket handy, a bolster handy, whatever you need. But before we get into relaxation, we're going to do a few rounds of Apanasana. So when you're ready, coming down onto your mat, maybe just hugging the knees to the chest. And then inhaling as you straighten the arms, sending the legs away from you. Exhale as you bend your knees, bend your elbows as you bring your knees towards you. There we go. So allowing the spine to relax and ease into the mat, to settle. It should feel really comfortable. You may want to take it into circling Apanasana. You're just gently circling the legs around. You may even want to do the one where one knee goes to the right, one goes to the left, and then they meet in the center again. All of those Apanasana variations and versions are open to you tonight. You can play with all of them. You can choose one that your body is drawn to. Always inhaling as the knees move away from you, and exhaling as the knees come towards you. As you create space for your lungs and your abdomen, you're inhaling. As you close your body, you're exhaling. Keeping it smooth and gentle. Slowly place the soles of the feet onto the mat, and now move into a pelvic tilt where you're rocking back and forth. Great. And you can start to slip under a blanket. You can place a bolster or a pillow under your knees. If you need to turn your lights down or off, you can do that. Let's see if I can turn this down a little. I'm going to come a little closer to the screen for relaxation so that you can hear me. But you are going to lie comfortably on your back in your most comfortable relaxation pose. And then as you lie on your back, you're going to allow your head to loll a little from side to side. And you're going to bring your head back to the center. You're going to make tight fists of your hands. Reach your hands down towards your feet. Take a deep breath in. And then let it go. Flex the feet, tighten the thighs, tighten the buttocks, squeeze as much as you feel necessary. And as you exhale, relax and release, letting go. Inhale deeply, allow your whole body to expand. And exhaling, allow your whole body to relax. Inhale, your body expands. Exhaling, body relaxing. Just continue to observe the breath. Softening into your body. For the pranayama practice this evening, we're going to keep it simple. Inhaling, feel the breath traveling in through the nostrils. Cool air traveling in. Exhaling, warm, moist air leaving. Inhale and exhale. You're going to count the lengths of your inhalation. And you're going to count the lengths of your exhalation. So for example, inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a bit of a pause. And then exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. It might go on the exhalation to 5. There might be a pause. And then the inhalation may start. Find your rhythm. Each round may be different, may be the same. As you inhale, feel that you're breathing into your whole being. As you exhale to the count, your exhalation, you relax in your whole physical body. Do that twice more. Physical body relaxing and releasing, softening and easing. And just release that practice and allow your awareness to settle on your third eye center. And we'll do a little bit of a joyful happiness visualization. So imagine taking a bird's eye view of yourself and visualize yourself lying there with one of those yellow emoji happy faces like we always use on WhatsApp. So you've got your body and you've got that yellow smiling happy emoji. We're not taking away any stress or tension or trouble that you have, but we're just feeling a sense of joy and happiness right now. And then imagine floating a little higher and become aware of those in your house, if there are any others you're sharing your house with, your pets, your loved one, and see them with smiling, happy emoji faces as well, doing whatever it is they're doing, smiling and happy. And then lift yourself up a little bit higher and become aware of your neighborhood, the suburb, and all those who are living there and what they're busy with this evening. And they all have those happy, smiling emoji faces on them. And you zoom out a little bit more and you become aware of all of those in your province. And even though there are lots of people going through stress and troubled times at the moment, they're still able to experience a sense of happiness and joy every now and then. So see those happy, smiling emoji faces. Feel that you're lifting even higher and that you can take a view of the whole country. The whole continent. The whole world filled with happy, smiling faces. Just allowing a sense of joy and happiness to spread through the whole world. Keep that image in your third eye center for just a little longer. And then release that image. And imagine yourself, your awareness returning to your home, to your mat, to your body, feeling your physical structure lying on the mat, the ground beneath you, the air all around you, realizing that there is a sense of happiness and joy deep within you, and deep within every other human being. For now, start to breathe a little deeper. Notice the rise and the fall of your chest. Allow the thumbs to move along your fingertips, waking up your hands, and with your toes, waking up your feet. When you're ready, stretch your arms out behind you. If you want to, you can stretch diagonally through your body. Right arm and left leg, left arm and right leg. Arms one way, legs the other. Take a nice deep breath in. And let it go. When you're ready, hug your knees to your chest. Give them a good squeeze. If you need to rock a little from side to side, please go ahead and do so. Eventually, you just roll onto your right side, staying there for a moment or two. And then placing your left hand in front of your chest, pushing into that hand, coming all the way up into a seated position, so that we can end our session together. Again, sitting comfortably. You can bring the hands to your heart center for a moment. Connect with the breath. Connect with that happiness deep within you. And take a moment to think of 3 things that you're grateful for today. And once you've thought of those 3 things, you can then allow your head to bow down towards your fingertips. Take a moment to acknowledge the amazing, awesome human being that you are. And you can begin to blink your eyes, you can open them up. And when you're ready, you can lift your gaze. Namaste everyone, thank you so much for being here. So great to see so many of you this evening. Awesome. Let's, oh no.